Hey, Facebook Live. Nothing whatsoever. Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook Live. We're just testing audio. Turn it down. Oh, here comes Chris. He's going to fix it. Fix it, Chris. Fix it. Where's that blue thing?
Is this the one we always use? I thought we used this one.
Hello, Gloria. How can you hear us? 5x5. Oh. Katie.
Hello.
Hi.
Heather.
Hi.
Soleil.
I'm Soleil.
Yeah,
Nice to
Soleil.
meet you.
Hi, Facebook Live. Can you hear me?
Hi. Well, she's a little peppy one, ain't she?
She's spicy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just waiting on Roman. You'll be here, ma'am. Actually, step in so I can see if I can see you.
This way? Now? Yes? Okay, cool. Oh,
You
thank you.
can hear Mom if you like. Her knits out of here.
Ew!
No. Like my biggest fear.
My biggest fear is the IRS.
Oh, yes.
Unless they're watching, then I love the IRS
Yes.
on Facebook Live.
Yes.
Me. And you can go and invite your friends to also watch Facebook Live. Facebook Live. We're just waiting for Roman Garcia because he's on Roman time as usual.
You're so good.
Oh, I am?
Yes. I want to be musical. How long have you been playing?
Oh, wow.
Save it for the show.
But-
I was
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
just kidding.
sorry.
Started about 7, 8 years old. Piano.
Really?
My mom, I hated my mom for sending me piano lessons.
And now?
And now, hey, it's a wonderful thing she did. She opened up my eyes to music.
I used to play the viola. I was not good.
Oh, yeah?
We're here.
Hey, sunshine.
Everyone's waiting on Roman. And we're good to go audio.
All right. Now we can have some fun. This out of the way. This is Katie. She's the quiet one of the group. This will be awesome. All righty. We're ready. What was I doing?
Doing a show.
Okay, so that worked, huh, Mike? Having it up there? It
We're
looks
good to
like
go.
we see everybody?
Yes.
For the most part?
Mhm.
Except me?
And except for me, but I always lean in, so it's okay.
Okay, hold on. All right. Okay,
Hi, Facebook Live.
so, un momento, por favor. Por favor.
And Katie's on college break.
I was in a rush, so I didn't get
Yes.
to.
You're like, I should be
I'll get back
sleeping
to
right
everyone
now.
then.
Yes. I actually have a lot of homework I'm catching up to do.
Oh,
But I haven't done it. I'm not going to do it probably till
And
Saturday.
her professors won't have to know that.
Where do you attend at?
UTSA.
Oh,
Yutza. Awesome.
do you know Henry Vanowski?
No.
Uh,
Sorry.
That's okay.
Do you know Joe?
Mama. Joe Mama.
generic name Joe Gonzalez. There are probably
I
like
know,
a
like
million
50
Joe Gonzalezes.
I remember when I used to work at USAA, people would be like, "Do you know a guy named Robert?" I'm like,
Garcia? Robert Garcia?
"There's about
Robert.
10 bajillion Roberts." So,
Well, at least he didn't ask you.
I actually got detained at Lackland Air Force Base because a guy named Juan Miguel Martinez was wanted out of New Mexico.
Oh.
And then at Fort Sam Houston, there was a guy almost like John Michael Martinez, which is almost John Michael, like me. And he was wanted for murder in Florida.
Wow.
And they're like, we're going to have to detain you. I was like, dude, what are the identifiers? He goes, what do you mean? I said, what's the height and weight? Oh, well, he's 5'6", 165. I said, dude, that ain't me.
Did you have an ID? Did they scan your ID when you come in or what?
Yes, they did.
Okay, that's, yeah. That little scan will pick up anything.
Yeah.
okay.
That's the name.
So, all right, I'm ready.
My mom's name is Susan Smith.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So we would get,
So Smith.
yes, we would get hate calls like in my house. Nobody would answer the phone, and they would be like, "Y'all don't know this because y'all are young." So forever ago, there was
Me?
this,
You're including me?
yeah, I'm including myself. There was this crazy mom.
It's not supposed to be that funny, Katie.
Oh, yeah, Susan Smith.
Huge big thing. Her name was Susan Smith.
I know. I've heard about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would get phone calls at my house.
Well, that's
from my mom.
very well known not
So
to trust
does your mom?
Susans.
Yeah.
Kind of. Oh.
All right, I'm ready when you're ready, Chris. All right, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Saturday night Super Show coming at you. One of our holiday editions, I think, even though for those watching Facebook Live, thank you, Mike. We obviously limited budget here. We can't afford all the sound effects.
Awooga.
This is our Thanksgiving
Waka
show.
Waka, that's all I got, bud.
Waka Flocka. Isn't that like a drug?
I
don't know.
So.
Waka
what the kids are
Flocka
doing?
Flame.
That's a guy.
It's a rapper.
But there's a drug, right, called Flocka, isn't there?
Nobody knows.
Flocka.
Chris should know.
I don't-
I
Hey, Chris, that
All
last
right.
time we got lit, what was that one?
Well, that stuff we did. Where we jumped off the dam. So anyway, so yes, hey everybody, welcome to Saturday Night Super Show. Sorry, welcome Facebook Live for those of us watching. For those of you watching, like I said, this is our Thanksgiving edition. For those listening in on radio on Saturday night, Thanksgiving's over. So Merry Christmas. moving into that.
Hope you didn't get arrested.
Yeah, hopefully, right. You did not get arrested. And if you are still in jail for some reason, call AAA Garcia bail bonds. Those guys are
Nice
awesome.
segue.
Not that I know that they do good work, but they do good work. So, all right, we have some very, very special guests in studio today. Of course, our lovely Soleil Gukian, who is our Miss. Tell me again what it's called, the title.
Pure International's Teen Miss America.
See, it's a lot. It's a lot to say. So thank you for that. Yes. And her mom over there hacking up her lung. Heather, y'all need to share a microphone
Oh, and
there.
I just sent you the info on your phone. So.
Oh, I like how Mike mid-show is giving me instruction. So, and then we have some amazing musical talent in studio today, and you guys are really going to enjoy this because I don't know, I might just freeform some stuff later. We might see, if
that was in the contract,
if
so we better.
if the spirit moves me. Our awesome friend Katie McKenzie is here, and she brought her guitar. And Emil Carter of Mickey and the Soul Generation,
All right now.
and he's here with his saxophone.
Yes.
And so yeah, saxophone. I would love that to have someone just follow me around the saxophone like all day.
Hey, he's available.
And yeah, there you go. Right, for the price.
Hey.
And remember that guy who got popular for a while? Was it Sexy Sax Guy?
Sexy sex.
Remember that guy? He'd walk around, and what was he playing? Yeah, yeah, Careless Whisper. He would start playing Careless Whisper, and he was kind of like a phone call during the show.
That's Chris's phone. Thanks, Chris.
Oh.
His clock.
Right.
Time to take the Viagra.
Says Rent a Center, something about late payment due. What was it?
George Michaels. He's dead. So,
Yeah, he's dead.
Whenever I think of Christmas,
We're not supposed
I
to
think
do
of
the
George
songs
Michaels.
anymore because he's dead. We do Elvis.
That's true.
There's a Queen movie. Freddie Mercury died.
Sons of.
Biscuits. So, anyway, so I don't understand that. Because someone died, we can't do their music?
No. We can do it. It just makes
You're
sad.
still in mourning?
Yeah.
Is that what's...
George Michael, dude.
Welcome.
Here, y'all need to share that. I know Soleil's
I'm in
hugging.
mourning over George Michael. I am.
And so when you're in mourning, you don't listen to his music?
Oh, no, I listen to it all the time.
See, that's
like
what
on
I'm
repeat.
saying. I mean, that's the whole reason why he lived, and now he dies, and suddenly everybody's like, we can't listen to him anymore. He's like, well, why
I
did
didn't
I
say
do all that?
I just said I'm
You only
sorry.
know me
He got a
because
little sad.
Oh,
He needs a hug.
Yeah.
Mike.
Thank you.
Mike is.
Roman is so brutal.
Is it because it's the
Insensitive
holidays, Mike?
Roman.
Is it because it's the holidays? So Anyway, so like I said, for those watching, Thanksgiving's coming up. I don't know if y'all have big Thanksgiving Day plans. How about you, Katie? You doing anything?
We actually just this morning went grocery shopping.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife was out doing some of that today, too, and she's, like, texting me, like, what size turkey do I get? I don't know. Like, I don't know. How am I supposed to?
We got 12. We actually had a discussion, and I said 10. She wanted 12, so we got 11.
Look at you, meeting in the middle. I didn't know they were that specific. Like, just cut off a drumstick, or what did y'all do?
Well, she wanted some left over. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's better to have more
or sandwiches
than not enough.
Yeah, that's
because then people fight. There ain't enough food.
And it goes on the Ritz very well.
Yeah.
Not that they're a sponsor. Ritz.
On the Ritz.
Nabisco.com.
Putting on the Ritz. So, yeah. So, like, Emil, do you do anything special on Thanksgiving? Any traditions?
Well, I sort of look for a funky turkey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't found one yet.
What goes into a funky turkey?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, that right there. That right there.
I've seen the meme on Facebook. Every year it comes out. It's a turkey with like onions for eyeballs, and he's just chilling in the sink.
No.
You haven't seen it?
No, you know what? I think I have. Last year I saw it. I haven't seen it this year.
That's your turkey.
I remember that.
Yeah,
that's a funky turkey.
We need to find George Clinton and say, look, dude, we go
need
into
some funky turkey. Funky turkey. So, yeah, how about you guys? I know you'll probably have something family tradition. No, just go to Luby's. What do you?
I
don't know.
Y'all
hate Luby's.
Well, we go to my grandparents' house, and then I eat a lot, and then I take a nap. But
it's a good day.
It's the best day.
Yeah.
But then also this is the time when I like start doing homeless bags. So like I put in like snacks and I'll make lunches.
Oh yeah, because you guys go out and you feed the homeless.
Yeah.
That's right.
On Christmas Eve.
On Christmas
Yeah.
Eve.
We try to do it on Christmas Eve every year with the socks and the beanies.
Who started
the
that?
hand warmers.
Who started that?
So listen, Jay LaFar.
Jay LaFar.
You know Jay.
Several years ago, so they would always go out and buy like little meals and stuff like that. But several years ago, he actually we have a mutual friend, and he was like, "Hey, we're gonna go do this," and so we all got together, and it was like 10 kids, and they made little like bag lunches and
like
stuff, and we went around with him and stuff. Anyway,
I remember him putting out a call for people to go and do stuff like that some years back.
He does it every Wednesday.
He does it every Wednesday. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's really cool. And it's cool to see like how many people actually put into helping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a quadrillionaire with all the comedian work.
Right, yeah. He's just overflowing in money. He's just looking for places to spend it.
Right.
That's why he started that.
So really all the donations are all just like
So it's not about being generous. He's just trying to find tax what you're saying. So yeah. And Mike, what do you do? Do you cook a turkey, Mike, or do you just like
my mother-in-law cooks the turkey.
Beef jerky.
I show up for the fights.
Those are
luckily, we do have them refereed, so
Yeah.
no one's gotten seriously hurt so far.
Yeah.
And it's mutual combat, so the cops never get called. The usual, like most families.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I some years back on Thanksgiving, my wife got sick on a Thanksgiving, and so I was put on turkey duty, and so I made the turkey, and of course, it came out incredible. And so, year to year now, I've become the guy who's got to make the turkey, which almost makes me feel like I should have done a bad job the first time. But my little special cooker I use, because I told you guys we're trying to sell our house, so we put a bunch of stuff in storage. My little cooker went into storage, and I'm not about to go try to dig through that storage room and find the cooker. So now I got to figure something out.
Go to Paula Deen, dude.
I mean, I could do an oven like a chump, but I don't know.
Do you like fry it? What do you usually do?
No, it's like a slow cooker. The
Microwave.
microwave, I've heard about that. How long
They
do
will
you
never
microwave a 12-pound turkey?
Like 4
4 days.
hours.
4 days. Your microwave.
4 days. Yeah, I've seen that where people are posting their conversations with parents that they're texting like, "How long do I microwave a turkey?" And like getting these angry responses like,
how
"What kind
much
of food did I
salmonella
raise?"
would you like?
Yeah. So anyway, so we'll see what happens.
Their friend, the Guckians' friend Tammy Spangler,
Hey, Tammy.
suggested tacos for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not a bad idea.
So-
You could do turkey tacos.
Yes,
Oh,
turkey
she
tacos.
is the.
That's a thing.
Or you go Jack in the Box.
No, I mean it's going to be a thing.
And for $40, you can feed like 2,000 people.
Do what?
So,
Yeah,
Jack in the Box are like 2 for $1 on the tacos.
They are 2 for 99 cents.
No, I like those.
But
Are
And
they
you can get
open?
the cheese, and it's 49 cents.
But when
extra.
you're
Right.
drunk, very good.
It
Say
is
that.
taco. It is.
You should go like Jack in the Box on Thanksgiving Day, get a bunch of tacos to drive through, and then let them see you park across and like pull out a tablecloth, put it on your hood, and like you
Nice.
sit there with candles and the whole thing, and you're just like
Mr. Carter
and they're
on
like,
saxophone.
wow.
Hey.
Like someone take that guy a
Oh, that would
milkshake.
be so cool.
He's-
You can come play.
So good.
Let's do
Hey,
it.
now.
Do
Do
it.
family members or anything ask you to play saxophone around the holidays when y'all get
yes,
together?
Yes.
You're like, man, I just
yes.
want to relax.
Yes,
Y'all-
I'd be
I
like,
have.
back up music.
Right, that's what I'm
back
saying.
up.
You're like, look,
Yeah.
I've had that. Like, I've gone to family get together. They're like, Roman, do some jokes. I'm like, first of all,
First of all, I'm not funny.
I don't
is what
know
Roman says.
jokes. Not what I was going to say, Mike, but thank you. So, yeah, I don't do jokes. And the stories I do tell are about all of y'all, so you don't want me to do them right now.
Well, you know, every now and then I'll go up to my work where I work as school bus driver,
Yeah.
and I'll play a little sax up there for them.
That's
I'm
nice.
Doing some meetings,
Well, see, that's good, though.
and that's good.
Yeah, doing that
Good
for
stuff.
work. And then
Yeah,
they're like,
right.
hey, man, we're going to keep him around.
Yep.
When I get asked that, I think people mean well. They're like, you know, you go to a birthday party and they're like, oh, did you bring your guitar? Like, ever like play?
Right.
Like, if you really wanted to support me,
Right.
pay me,
Right, come to a show.
hire me.
Come to a show.
Don't
buy a
ask me to play your
CD.
Did you
birthday
bring
party
your
for free.
checkbook?
No, you're right. You know, and that's a good point. I think
Yeah.
I brought this up.
I have Square.
I don't know if I brought this up recently, but I'll have friends, I'm doing kind of air quotes here, who have never come to a comedy show, have never come to an event, don't share my pages, don't, whatever. But a big comedian comes to town, and I start getting messages and texts going, hey, man, can you hook me up with some tickets for so-and-so? I'm like, man, a lot of times I won't even respond, or I'll be just like, nah, I'm not able to do that. Like, why? Well, that's so tacky. Like, why would you do that? You know, yeah, right? It's like, come to a show, buy a brisket plate, hey, anything.
Yeah.
How did your fundraiser go? You had a recent
Really
you had
well.
a fundraiser.
Yeah.
That's
There was
awesome.
a lot of people, a lot of love.
I wasn't able to get out there, but we shared it,
Yeah.
and we you're gonna do another one?
Yes.
Okay,
I don't know when, but yes.
we'll work that out. So anyway,
Okay.
Soleil and Heather will show up, make an appearance.
Yeah.
It'd
So
be awesome.
so anyway, so yeah, so you know, so now we'll have obviously have Thanksgiving, Black Friday. I don't know if you guys ever do the Black Friday sales.
I used to. That's too early to be up there waiting.
Yeah,
I
People
go.
are crazy.
and I don't have the
Really?
endurance to be fighting that much anymore.
No. See, but I go, but not to shop. Just to get in the fight.
Make videos, right? You just go to get out some anger.
Work on my
Right,
my
right.
jabs.
Why
Right.
are you all about the fights?
Yeah, Mike's like that.
Have you
He
noticed
likes
that?
Sounds like
Actually,
Everything,
believe it-
everything that's
Believe it
come
or
out of your
not.
mouth has been about
Believe it or
fights.
not,
Yeah.
I'm
Even
so
online, right?
And it's like the holidays.
Right.
I don't understand.
I'm so not
Mike
violent.
hates the holidays. He's a Grinch.
So that's why I have to mention that I'm
right.
violent.
He's obviously.
I keep everybody in check.
We should dig into this, Mike.
They're like,
Is there
man,
something?
I don't know if Momo's gonna punch me in the face or not. It's like that's right. That's the way I like it.
Is there something in your painful past that we need to
Has
maybe
to be.
right?
Do you have like on
So-
Friends? Have you seen Chandler's story when he tells us like his bad Thanksgiving story? Do you have
Oh,
a
I
bad
love
Thanksgiving story?
No.
Yes, I have.
What is his
You
bad
do?
Thanksgiving story? Give me in a nutshell.
His parents got divorced while he was eating stuffing, and so
I'm
they
sorry, I
told
shouldn't
him,
laugh
and
at
so
that.
he doesn't do Thanksgiving, and he eats Funyuns.
Hey, it's almost like in Step Brothers.
Slapsgiving.
Remember Step Brothers when they announced that like, is it our fault? Is it our fault? Yes, it's definitely your fault. You're like,
It
what?
is.
But that's so funny. I can't catch my breath. I can't breathe right now. So is that kind of what happened, Mike? Somewhere along those lines? Is that why this holiday thing?
No.
That was
the
a long
truth-
sigh, bro.
Well, the truth is something
my
I
gosh.
don't normally put out in public.
You don't put out in public?
He's
I'm
too
sorry, I just
famous
caught
for
part of
that.
that.
No.
I've
heard you do.
Because I've never been indicted by a grand jury, and I'll just leave it at that.
Wow, okay, that's good. I like, yeah, that's
It's very
hey,
vague.
Yep.
enough said.
Enough said.
Enough said.
You need a hug.
Another hug? That's two
That
hugs.
was 2 hugs.
Sorry.
Is that right? I think Heather's in this for herself right now.
Her husband's
I need a hug.
her husband's on the way to the station right now.
Right. I will rip your
Shark,
head off. You wanted that fight? Here it comes. Here it comes.
Like, no shark, no
Yeah,
shark.
yeah. And that's funny because yeah, Heather, you know your husband, my buddy Jason. Yeah, he's like this big, intimidating
He's so not
kind of guy.
intimidating.
But he's no, because he's your dad. But I'm saying no, but that's what I'm saying. He's a big, intimidating guy if you don't know him, and then you talk to him for 2 seconds, and he's like the funniest dude, like joking around, whatever. But we'll rip your head off, Mike. So.
I mean, people want to call him all the time.
I-
Like,
you
guys
know
chicken
what?
for the fight?
And I'll say this in all seriousness. I would love to spar with Jason.
Jason, if you're listening,
Bring it, brother.
we'll be
No.
here. We'll be in the parking lot after school.
Wait, because
No.
there was.
So you want to test your abilities? What you're saying?
Okay, so I was a police officer for 10 years.
huh.
I have put my hands on over 2,000 people.
Wow. Is there video of that? When do those
Little
charges come?
So-
when are those charges coming out?
I appreciate a good fight. probably
Me too.
more than the next person.
Me too.
So
More
whenever
than
like,
the next person. The next person's Heather and
Not
Soleil.
as
I don't know
much.
if they want to fight.
I
So-
mean, I'm a middle
Right
school
here.
teacher.
I'm
so
good.
I can just stand here and
Oh.
smile.
Yeah.
whenever I see a good fight online, I'm like, that was an excellent fight.
Mm-hmm.
But when guys or girls, they're doing the whole slapping, shoving and pushing, I'm like, whatever, and pulling hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
See,
You're
with,
right.
with women though, it's different because it's available.
It's available. I'm sorry.
Hair.
When
Oh,
you're,
hair.
yeah, the hair.
yes.
When you're twisting and turning,
Yes,
hey,
that's
you grab that hair so you can get a good shot into the face. But when guys are like, trying to pull hair, it's like, dude,
You're right.
seriously?
You're right. Because
Come
when I
on.
had long hair,
bro,
when I had long
yeah.
hair in
Real
high
long
school
hair.
and I got in fight, oh yeah, I used to have real long hair. Man, before that fight started, man, I put it up.
correction,
like a
you used to
girl.
have
Come
hair.
Oh,
on.
hold on.
You were like,
Man
I was like,
bun.
oh my
hold my
hoop.
shrimps. I was like, hold my shrimps. I kicked off my
hold my
heels,
bracelets.
man.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was ready.
let's do this. So,
And by that time, they were laughing so hard they fell
Right,
down.
yeah, the fight was
Roman
over.
just kicked them.
they're like,
And
you know
Roman
what?
was like, I'm not gonna fight. Oh wait, I
So
can
don't
meet
go
you.
away. Right. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So, and I'm not a very good lover, so let's just move on.
That's what I
Can't we
heard.
just be friends? I do comedy. So
That's what they say on the dark web. Not a very good lover.
that's your website. Yeah,
.com.
just like a support group. So no, but anyway. So yeah, so Black Friday sales. We used to do those, and then I kind of stopped some years back because people started getting really crazy. And I remember one time I was at a Walmart, and there was a fight starting to break out. And the security guard, she was so funny. She's like, I don't get hazard pay, and she just walked away.
Wow.
She's like, I'm not even gonna. How are you gonna mess with it? She's like, I'm not even get in the middle of it. And I was like, all right.
Mm.
Well, let's ask the middle school teacher if policy didn't prevent you from grabbing them, how would you stop a fight?
That is so true.
Okay. So I'm not going to do this, but I will tell you that I honestly last year stopped a fight by singing Frozen. I got in between them and sang Let It
That's
Go.
so Heather.
They're like,
It's so me, I know.
That's
And they were like
awesome.
laughing by the
Right?
end.
Right,
She's
like,
so
You
embarrassed.
hate that it worked or what? She's like, oh my
This
god,
lady's
I'm
crazy.
No, she came home and she's like, "Guess what
I was
did
all
today?
like, I'm
I
straight.
stopped a fight," and she's like, I was like,
That's
"Oh,"
like
and she's like, "Let it go," and I was like, "Oh."
I did.
okay."
That's
I sang Let It Go.
hilarious. Hey, but you're like, let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go. He's like in a chokehold.
You-
So
you don't want to catch a felony?
that's beautiful, though.
I
See,
know,
I wish
you
the
know?
world.
Well,
could
that's
be
right
like that.
because
Well, because like when you're in middle school, what's
Yeah.
really worth fighting about?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Everything?
But like
Boys.
really, no.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
You owe me money.
you
you
said
said
my
something
mom
about my
was-
mom.
You
Yeah.
burned me out
Everything to fight about.
burned me
in
out
middle
$20
school.
worth of
Yeah.
dope.
That's the most time when you
Like-
have stuff to fight about.
the ones
But
I
you
hear
really
about on my
don't because
bus,
you're
though.
not even going to know
Yeah.
that girl next week.
Yep.
But
And
that is
the
right
whoever
there,
it
that's
is
like-
that's talking
Middle
doesn't even know
school
your
is like-
mom.
This is it. You know what
Hey.
I mean?
Middle school are not ready
And
yet.
this is our Thanksgiving
You're right.
special.
You're right. Right. Yeah. Talk about fights. Nothing says right. Holidays like fights.
Fight.
I feel like me and my friends in middle school had the most drama our middle school years.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
That
Insane.
was
That's
very
It's
good.
like,
Like
your whole
the
like
girl
frontal
cliques.
lobe, you know what I'm
So
saying?
that's when you start like dating guys.
Yeah, and I asked him, I said,
Yeah.
what are
Like
y'all
my
fighting
middle
about?
school
Over a
years,
boy?
All the time. It's a very
Over
emotional
a
time.
boy.
It's a very
Yeah.
emotional time.
Over a boy who, by the way, is not talking to either one of you.
This and this. Oh,
Hey.
my prime time.
So your mom came
Prime
in
time.
doing show tunes
Yep.
and ruined your street
Hello,
cred.
driver.
Yeah. She like legit. Okay, so my mom does this sometimes. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, sorry. So my mom will like drop me off somewhere because I don't drive. So that's kind of scary. And she goes, "I love you. Have
Oh,
a
yeah.
good day."
Dang.
Like,
And
roll
she
the
won't
window
leave
down.
until I yell it back to her.
Nice. That's
Oh.
sweet though.
Good
One day
training.
you're gonna really appreciate that.
Is that
Yeah,
true, Katie?
yeah,
You're
maybe.
you're an adult now. You miss that?
Have I been
All the
what?
lovey-dovey.
Oh.
Do you miss it?
No.
Mama.
Look,
She's
she's
like-
not old
she's
enough
dropping
to
off
miss her
somewhere.
mom yet.
She's an
Her mom's right
now.
there in the other room, so it's not like she's.
Hi, mom.
Come on.
No, my here's the thing. My dad, okay, because my mom and dad were divorced, and so when I would see my dad, obviously he really tried to make the most of that time. And so times when he would drop me off at school or somewhere, he'd drop me off and he would say, "I love you, baby," like real loud,
Yes.
and I was like, "Oh, Dad," like just whatever, and yeah, or he'd even like give me a kiss on the cheek or something, or on my forehead, or whatever. And so when I was in middle school, and I remember one time he dropped me off, and "Love you, baby," gave me a kiss on the cheek. I got the car, and there were some guys there,
Oh.
and man, they started making fun of me.
You do.
And this is when Roman's kind of comedian side, I guess, started to come out because I'm like, at least I know my dad, and I went into all that
burn.
thing. And these guys were all like sad and crying. I'm like, just walking out like, it is what it is, But yeah, it was so funny. But I tell you what, years later, when my dad passed away, there's all these things I wanted to say to my dad. He had cancer and he was dying, and there's all these things I wanted to say to him, but you just feel like you can't say it. Like it just won't come out. Like it's just so emotional.
Right.
So I remember I was telling a friend of mine, one of my best friends at the time, and he's like, "Man, just write a letter to your dad and just read it to him." And I said, "Okay." And so I did. I wrote this letter, And then I went in. My dad, he's laying there, and I said, Dad, I wrote this. You got to call somebody.
Sorry.
Phone a friend. This ain't trivia. So I was like, Dad, I want to read you this letter. And like he could already tell, like this is gonna be something like super emotional. He's like, you know what? He goes, don't read it to me. Like I don't know. It was weird. He's like he couldn't handle it at the moment. I guess.
Yeah.
He's like I'm already dying, and now you're doing this. Don't read it to me. I said, sorry, Dad. I'm gonna read it to you. So I read it, and in there I made note of the fact that now, because now I had kids, and it was like, okay, now I do what you used to do. I call him baby. I call him sweetie. I give him kisses, and and it means a lot. And I now know he did it because he loved me. But at the time, you feel like embarrassed, like oh my god. So, but it's the best. I mean, because you want that. Because like I said, these other kids, man. I just look, I don't know what's going on in your life, but hey, at least my dad loves me.
That's
That's
right.
You're over here, those high waters. I mean, just I'm just like I just find anything, right? Just like you wear high water pants. So, but it is what it is.
Okay, so this is funny because Xander, who's 13, now he's gonna kill me, but
13 looks like he's 25 and
Xander
playing
Guckian, he
professional
goes to,
football.
yeah, he's huge.
Huge.
He gets it from his daddy, right?
Yeah.
But he still kisses me, like in
See?
public, in front of everybody.
See,
like,
that's sweet.
and he's like, "I
Oh.
love you, mommy. Bye. Have a good day." And I'm like,
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
like this makes me go to high school,
Yeah, my kids, as they got older, even older still at night, they'd come, give us a kiss goodnight, say goodnight, so it's like, that's good. That's what you want. So back to you, Mike, in your painful childhood. I guess it was something you missed.
The jungle.
So,
The jungle.
but anyway, all right. Hey, well, speaking of kids, speaking of families, speaking of wonderful marriages like Heather's, we want to get a quick word from our sponsor, Bridal Connection.
Bridal Connection at Stone Oak will help you find your perfect dress for your perfect day. Consistently voted bridal favorite by San Antonio Weddings Magazine, Bridal Connection offers amazing high-end designs without high-end pricing. Located on the 1604 Access Road between Highway 281 and Stone Oak, or online at bridalconnectionsa.com. Call 210-967-4696 to set your appointment today. Bridal Connection at Stone Oak, your perfect dress.
Heather was hawking up a lung over here, so Mike, being the gentleman he is, grab her some water. So
yeah.
So Katie, do you have? I guess through the holidays, it's kind of like a busy time, I guess, right? There's probably a lot of events and stuff you're doing. So anything public coming up that people can go to?
One thing I'm doing is the Songwriters Christmas event.
Okay.
It's on December 8th. I don't know the time yet. It's in Kerrville. But all the songwriters are going to write an original holiday song.
Really?
Like
so it's
all
going to be
together?
really fun. No,
Or like separate
individually.
ones?
Yeah.
Separately, you
Yeah.
bring your song that you wrote.
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
cute.
So it's going to be fun.
The next big holiday hit could come out of that.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, keep us posted on that. I'd love to.
I
go
will.
check
I'll
that
definitely
out.
post about it. Yeah.
That'd be cool to hear. And now, do you write original stuff too?
Well, not like I used to.
Okay.
I remember when I was younger in high school days.
Yeah.
I would sit up and just think of all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that Iron Leg, Iron Leg song.
Yeah.
I saw a guy one time that used to grab his leg and pick it up.
Really?
So I said, "Oh, this seems like his leg is heavy." So I said, "Probably like iron," and that's where we got the Iron Leg from.
Isn't that funny? Where inspiration comes
that's
from?
Right. Yep, that's right.
You can see something, or I've had stuff I've written. I did a short film that we shot that I had a dream, and I woke up and I thought, wow, that was an interesting dream. That would make a cool film.
Right.
And I just jotted down some sketches real quick, and I fell back asleep like a little stick man. And then when I woke up in the morning, I had forgotten about the whole thing completely till I saw that thing, and I went, oh my god.
Right.
So yeah, it's funny how inspiration can come. Katie, it would be nice if you could play a little something for us. I know you've been working on some new stuff.
Yes.
And a lot of new stuff. You were up in Nashville a while back, right?
Yes.
And how did that go? What were you doing up there?
It went good. I was supposed to be recording 3 songs for an EP coming out next year, and I think like 3 days before, it must have been, I had like a tickle in my throat, and the next morning it was full blown cough, sore throat.
Like Heather.
Yeah. And so by the time I got up there, I couldn't sing, but they did all the instrumentation, and so I'm going to be going back to do vocals. But
Nice.
the instrumentation was
Things
great.
happen, but now you're going to go back more determined to do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when you're a singer, like if you're sick and you're a guitar player, like you can kind of still work it.
Right.
But you're a singer, like that's different. I remember one time
Yeah.
when I was in high school, I mentioned my long hair earlier, so I had a heavy metal band, and yeah, I know.
Of
Rock on. So, of course you did.
Makes
Roman.
sense.
Of course you did. So, so we were going to have this event at this high school, and the night before, and it was kind of wintertime, me and my drummer decided to go for a jog,
Right.
which was stupid. And so, sure enough,
story already.
and so it was high school. I could run at that time, and so I got like a bad throat thing, and then when the show was going to start, like I almost literally had no voice, and I said, man, I got to do it. We got all these people out there, and we're like, oh, here. And, you know, singing the kind of music we sang, I'm in the high range, I'm doing screams, I'm doing all that stuff. It was horrible. I mean, I was horrible. And someone had like a video or something somewhere. I wish I could have it just to, whenever I need to bring my ego down a little bit, I'll watch it. But,
bad 1996 Axl Rose.
right, it made Axl sound good when he was at that first MTV Music Awards. That's how bad it was. And like we'd finish a song, and the audience was dead silent. Like, just, that's how bad it was. Like, they were just like,
is this supposed to be ironic?
right, yeah, right,
we
yeah.
supposed to
Like,
applaud
Spinal
that?
Tap? Is this supposed to be
It's
funny?
artistic.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so it was just like, that was the worst thing in the world, just that dead
There
silence.
was somebody in the
You
back
could hear the
clapping.
AC running, like,
Somebody who's into the Yoko Ono movement. That was beautiful.
right, we love you. It's like one weirdo in the back. But, oh, man, so I can't imagine. At least it was a live show. But yeah, maybe give us a little something from your new stuff.
Did you bring your checkbook?
Yes, yes, I did.
There you go.
Yes, I did.
This is
I know how she is.
I usually do a big intro about this, but I'll just play it. It's called I Killed My Cactus.
What?
Found it in the desert by the side of the road. Thought it was kinda cute, so I took it on home. Gave it lots of water, gave it lots of light. But no matter what I did, I couldn't get it right. It was asking for something I never understood. Now there's a pile of dirt where a prickly pear once stood. I killed my cactus and I didn't know I could. But I don't miss it even though I know I should. It needed me more than I needed it. Yeah, I just wasn't sure that I could commit. It ain't coming back in all likelihood. I killed my cactus and I guess it's gone for good.
Hey,
That was
hey,
so
hey, hey,
good.
now.
That is great. That sounds like a hit.
Thank you.
That is one of those. That is so cool. So I assume that's pulled from a real life experience. You did kill a
I
cactus.
did kill my cactus, yeah.
Okay.
It takes a lot of work to kill a cactus, Katie.
You know,
I could see you killing a ficus.
I just thought they didn't need anything for
Me
a
either.
long
I killed
time.
mine too.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
that's
they
why
use-
she likes it, because she can relate. She's like, finally, someone.
Because I was like, they live in the desert. They don't need water.
Water, right.
But they do need water.
In your mind, like they didn't need water ever, like, ever.
Did you get a new cactus?
I did, and it's dying.
Hey,
Wait.
sounds like there's something else going on there.
Okay, wait. So you know, like when you can buy a cactus like at the store,
Uh-huh.
it's got like those little flowers on it. Did you know those are fake?
What?
Fake flowers.
Yes.
Who's who?
Okay. Well, I got a cactus, and it's dead now. But when I got it, it had a flower on it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, right? So I like chose that one because it's cute, and then I like took it home, and like it was hot glued on there, and I was like,
Yeah, those little
So
ones
sad.
that are round.
Y'all sure y'all weren't like at Michael's and it was like the crafts department?
No, okay, I know.
no, at the little.
You're like, why
the
is it these
cactus
flowers?
store that
They're
was
fake
like-
flowers too, and these
Hey.
plants, everything's fake. It's like, why is it there's no real flowers in the world? Like what? Are you sure?
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
No
it's
flowers.
true.
Who would take the
Legit?
time to glue a fake flower to a real cactus just to get you to buy it?
Whoever killed JFK.
Someone who needs money.
Yeah. But do you think the money you're going to invest in glue and labor?
Really? Glue and labor and not a hot glue on the thing.
I don't know.
Like a 2-year-old could do
I don't
it.
know. I don't know. To
Who's
me,
that? And the thing. You're saying.
I like it. She's all mad.
I
Right.
am.
She's defending cactus. So
Cacti.
Cacti. Right. Cactus. So anyway.
You
I-
learned
I-
something new today, Roman.
Did I?
Singular
Did I? I think maybe
spaghetti.
y'all might have
did.
learned something new today.
Listen, you're gonna go home in
That
the
was
middle of
not
the
a real
night. You're gonna
cactus.
wake up and be like, I have to Google that.
Mm-hmm.
I will Google
It's
it.
true.
You know,
I
we-
promise.
Well, we have a lot of his aloe
Well, he's in
vera.
Floresville, so
Because we're
they have
Mexican.
the El Google.
Googly. You googly. So, well, that's awesome. Now, Emil, you, I guess maybe have, I'm sure a big repertoire of stuff you could play for us, but maybe you got a little something since we're in our musical portion of the show.
I remember that my flight on the way back from London, on my UK tour, I was on British Airways, and I had my saxophone, my alto, and my tenor must go where I go. Okay, so I'm bringing it on board. Right. And one of the stewardess says, are you someone famous? I said, no, not really. I said, but I was performing here in London for a couple of times. She said, well, what are those? I said,
I sure am.
My saxophones. And I said, I'd like them to be placed in a place where they'll be safe. And she said, okay, we'll put them up here. Right after they was finished feeding us, she come to me and she said, could you play something for us? I said, really? On the airplane? On the plane? And she said, yes. She said, let me go get it okayed by the pilot. So she come back about 10 minutes later, and she said, okay. So she said, which horn do you want? I said, I want the tenor sax. She said, which one is that? I said, which one is that? I said, that's the biggest case. So she brought it to me, and I went back to the back where all of the stewardess prepare your meals. Yeah. And it must have been about 5 or 6 back there. I said, bring your horn out, and let's just start.
Nice. See, I bet those passengers to this day talk about the guy who played saxophone on the plane.
When I walked back to my seat, I showed it from the passengers.
That is so funny.
I said something. That's great. I said I've never played my horn in the air on an airplane. Yeah. First time.
No one ever asked me to do comedy on an airplane.
I've been asked that before, and that's another thing where I'm like, okay, I'm in D class. Are you gonna move me up?
There you go. That's a good point. Right. Or some extra
I've been
peanuts.
playing all weekend here, and you want me to play again? Like, really?
I need some first class room.
Right. A little trade
for my guitar.
A little trade here. Right. I need some first class room.
Yeah. But you played Pebble Beach, right? Is it Pebble Beach? Cocoa Beach. The PGA Tour.
Any beach.
Yes.
Any beach. Wow. I know you. Why do we know your schedule more than you do?
In California, when I did that, I did. It was long.
So, would you meet anyone famous? Because I know there was everybody that was out there.
Infamous,
like they say. We were in like a bar thing that was further away from the beach in the area, but it was still fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Yeah. So. Just the fact you're getting to travel around doing what you enjoy doing is
that's a big one, right?
Yeah, that's because some people never get to experience that.
That's the big one.
Roman.
So I've been to Corpus.
He's traveled to Falfurrias.
There's a beach down in Corpus too. So now you've been playing since you were like a kid.
Oh yes, my mom made me take piano lessons and I hated it.
I guess every kid hates being forced into music stuff.
It made me have a appreciation for music. Sure. And I'll never forget this old man. His name was, I called him Old Man Wright. He was blind. Okay. And I must have been about 8 or 9 years old. I stayed on the west side of San Antonio on Poplar Street, about 5 blocks from Zazzamora. Right. And he used to come out to this bench he had, and he had his saxophone with him, and he started playing it. And I'd sit right there next to him. And that's what made me start loving the sax.
Interesting.
I said, oh. See? So what happened was he would have me to play the sax. He taught me how to play the sax.
Oh, wow.
And then what happened was after about 3 years, he said, the sax is yours. I said, what?
Are you serious?
He said, the way you play better than me. It's your sax.
He Miyagi'd you.
He gave me the sax.
He Miyagi'd you.
And the sax was a silver, all silver sax.
What a great story.
It was super.
I'll never forget
Mr. Wright. I'll never forget Mr. Wright.
Yeah. Do you still have the saxophone?
No, I don't have the sax anymore. Aww. You know what happened to it?
What?
When I was in the military, I was taking it, and it was stolen.
Oh no!
Yeah, on my flight back from Germany.
Wow! But you would hope that somehow, somewhere, somebody has that.
Somebody has that.
Internet is playing it. We're asking the internet to find his saxophone.
Right, we can find that saxophone. Any distinguishing marks we can look for on that saxophone? Yeah. Well, I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to play violin. I heard someone play violin. I said, I really want to play violin. And my grandmother had a violin at her house, And so we really didn't have money to buy one. But so I went to my grandma. I said, hey, can I get that violin? And I want to play. And someone had just stolen it out of her garage. They broke in. So that's why I've never played violin. So that's my story of not succeeding. No, I'm kidding.
She didn't want you touching it. It's like,
it
got stolen.
Or grandma's a dirty liar. Which I will find out this Thanksgiving. No. May she rest in peace. She's not with us anymore. So, but yeah, so that is a very cool story. You know, I remember when my dad used to play flamenco guitar.
Yeah.
And he bestowed his guitar to me, you know, after he had passed away. And then I pawned it and lost it. So there's... I just got horrible music stories. I did. I was going through this really tough time, and I pawned it, and I never got it back. I, to this day, feel horrible about that. And so, you know, but it is what it is. Not everybody has such an amazing, successful
set
story.
on the plane that Leonard Skinner was on.
Right.
And,
I hopped my spoons, and it winds up, I never got them back. So that's crazy. So anyway, but I do play a little guitar, though.
Oh, that's good.
it's called ukulele, by the way.
So right. It's was it rock guitar or was it called Guitar Hero? Rock guitar. Like we're all saying that rock guitar. That shows how little I know.
Hey, let's play some rock guitar.
It's called the
by Atari.
Yeah, it's right by Atari. Yeah. So, but anyway, all right. Well, where are you guys going to be performing next? So
well, I'm not really active right now as
Okay.
far as performance, but I'm planning on being invited back to UK.
Nice.
For the summertime.
That'd be great.
And hopefully I was trying to see if I could do a couple of gigs in Japan.
That would be great.
Or in France.
That would be great.
It'd be super for me.
Yeah, it's saxophone taking you around the world.
Oh, yeah. It is. It is. And I'm glad I kept up with it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when I was stationed my first year in Berlin.
Yeah.
I went to the recreation center, and I had them to let me have a saxophone to play. And I was playing it in the room, and some guys heard me, and they went, oh, wow, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I said, would you like to be in our band? So for the first 6 months in the military, I never did Army stuff. All I did is I went to Berlin.
See?
And what I did is end up playing in the NCO clubs.
See? There you go. That's cool. Like I remember, do you remember they had a SAPD used to have a band here in town?
Mm-hmm.
And what are they called? The San Antonio Heat or something like that?
I think they have 2 or 3.
I guess now it sounds like strippers, so did they change the name? Or do
No,
they still do that?
Yeah.
I heard budget cutbacks said like they didn't have
I think they're all volunteers, though.
Okay, so there you go. So, so again, when I used to work for a large retail outlet, they came to perform, and me just acting a fool.
Isn't Solo Serve defunct? You can say Solo Serve.
What was it? La Fiesta.
La Fiesta.
So, I went over to the ladies' lingerie department and grabbed a bunch of. Right, and that's the end of the story.
She knows you, Rob.
That's the end of the story, and it was the weekend. So there you go.
And, and he got arrested.
And I grabbed like a bunch of bras and panties and stuff, or underwear, or whatever you want to call them. And so when they were performing, I started flinging bras and panties at them.
Yeah.
It was funny to me. Man, I remember. Man,
the general manager probably lost his mind.
Next morning they had that morning meeting. Like they were like livid. Like we need to know who did that, and someone needs to tell us. And that was. And I'm just over there.
Ron was like, it was Klepto.
Please, nobody. Right? Yeah. Because I was like behind a rack. I was just like, just flinging, and like they're playing. All of a sudden, like underwear is hitting people and bras are hitting people, and you can tell they're like, what? Like they were doing like a Huey Lewis in the news, and it's like, you know, right. It's hip to be, you know, just like underwear in the face. So,
it's hip to be, don't
right. So, anyway, that was during my disrespectful phase. I've become a better person since then. So,
yeah. Okay.
Hey, you do crazy things when you're having a few drinks at work. So, hey, speaking of having a few drinks at work, not saying you should, but if you do, you might want to try some Tito's vodka. So here's a quick word from our sponsor, Tito's vodka.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito set out to build a microdistillery, incorporating elements of artisan craftsmanship from boutique wineries into the spirits industry. Pot distilled, made from corn, Tito's is naturally gluten-free, crafted in Austin, Texas, to be savored by spirit connoisseurs and everyday drinkers alike. For Tito's recipes, infusion ideas, Tito's swag, or to learn more about our story, visit Tito'sVodka.com. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
He left.
So Elmo shared a story with us here about he got some panties thrown at him at a live performance. That's when he really felt he was really making it in the business. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, there was 3 yards of fabric and it knocked him out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The problem with me is those underwear, someone threw underwear at me, they'd probably be so big, it'd take about 4 minutes for them to float to the ground. Oh, that's underwear. So, who was known for that? Tom Jones, right? He used to be the guy that everybody would just kind of...
Tom Jones.
You ever thrown underwear at anybody, Heather? Should I not ask this in front
Put
of your
your
daughter?
address and phone number on it.
My underwear's too expensive.
That's my key. Yeah. Hey, earmuffs. Come on, so Heather, tell us about your
Right?
stories.
No, I never threw underwear at anybody at a concert or anywhere else.
Poor Jason.
Right.
Jason.
In anger?
Why would you ever iron your underwear? But we were at a concert. We took Xander to see Ozzy because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Gotta raise them right.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was so crazy because concerts are so different now. So different now.
Hey, move that over just a tad so we can see a little bit more of Heather.
Oh, but I'm so beautiful.
Isn't that? No, we want to see a little more of you. That's what I'm saying.
Well, there's a lot of me.
Give me a
Anyway, but yeah,
So-
concerts are so crazy
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
No, they are.
Like, I don't know.
You think they're crazier than they were?
Well,
No.
no.
I think they're tamer,
like,
personally.
They're tamer. It's just
The whole
crazy for
tamer,
me
yeah.
to think how different things are now.
Look, when I was younger, and again, being like
long time
a
ago.
metal guy, yeah, back at Woodstock. Like going to and people would have the mosh pit.
Yes.
Like the other day, I don't know, I saw some funny viral videos of you shared it.
Yeah.
The mosh pit, but like the old uncle got thrown in there, and he's just kind of wandering around.
Nacho,
And,
he's
just kind of, people bump him, and he would be like, "Hey, how are you?" Like just being all courteous.
He's all, ¿qué tal?
Exactly. It was so funny.
¿Qué tal?
Oh, my
Permiso.
God.
Permiso.
Miso, right? So yeah, it was. Yeah, that was so funny. But I remember the mosh pit was like, first of all, who came up with that idea? First, let's just start slamming into each other.
Someone who's drunk.
Yeah, and so, but I used to do that. I used to jump into that mosh pit and just go to town with my long curly hair. Nobody pull it.
It was all that pent up frustration.
And he was
you
at
could,
the-
like hit
That's what it is.
people.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
at
he
the
was-
symphony.
Yeah,
He did the mosh
the
pit.
symphony, right? Yes, it was right. Exactly. The Nutcracker.
Those
Speaking of the holidays,
those little ladies had no idea what was coming.
Wow.
Yeah. So no, man, things used to get crazy. I remember one time I saw a guy. Right?
Yeah.
I saw a guy like threw elbows at you.
She was throwing very
I was
good.
swinging and I knocked Soleil off her heels. I remember one time at a concert there was a guy had real long hair, and someone behind it. You know, people used to bring hairspray cans, and they'd light them and
Yes, that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
and he
Yeah.
lit this dude's hair on fire.
Oh,
That's crazy.
It just and like real quick it burned like
'Cause it was all that
it
Aquanet.
goes
yeah,
quick. Yeah.
and then it smelled
Like how?
horrible, like that, sauce like that, and then so this dude like I guess it happened so fast like he didn't know what happened and the hair was gone. He feels like behind him like this like, and there's like this just missing hair, and he turned around and just punched that dude like right in
I
the
bet.
face.
You know
Wait,
what?
his head didn't get burnt?
No, it just
It
burned
goes
the hair
so
like
quick.
up to like there, and so he was just missing
because
Wait, so it was like the ball
Because of all the hair
in the
products.
back because he had big hair,
Yeah.
hair products
and this
in
dude
there.
and it caught
Like, singed it,
like
like
there was like a
singed it. Yeah.
section burned
If
up.
I'm on that grand jury and he had killed that dude, I'd be like, hey,
Hey.
go home, guy. He deserved it. That's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah.
That someone's
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. How's he gonna get the ladies?
And
now?
Heather's looking at me like, you are crazy.
How
No,
is it?
I was actually thinking like you may want to have him be like, okay, can I actually see what your hair looked like before?
Four.
You know what I'm saying?
You saying you might have done him a favor?
Maybe. Maybe. I mean,
He
if
still
like,
doesn't
love
have
to
the
see what
right
it
to-
looks
like
like.
he grew
you didn't need
his
that
hair that
perm?
much and it's just gone.
It's gone that quick.
Yeah, he doesn't have the right to make that
Yep.
call, Heather.
Glad none
You-
of you are judges.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Like Heather's like just walking around town with scissors, like she don't like your hair, like she's
Ready
just
to
gonna,
cut.
Well, yeah.
she's
got a
just
funny
gonna
story.
cut it.
Yeah,
Okay,
here it comes.
We got a
So,
funny story.
I'm a junior, right?
all right.
In high school.
Anyway, so my sophomore... Okay, wait.
Qualifying that.
You know when you take straight scissors, you get a haircut. It cuts straight, right?
When the what?
When you
Okay.
take straight scissors and you cut hair,
Oh.
it cuts straight. Okay.
Okay, all right. I
Well,
guess.
We were making cards for baseball because we were going to play offs in year. And, I had wavy scissors. No, like the curly ones.
The scrapbooking scissors.
And so
Oh,
I
okay.
love this story
I've
already.
seen
I
those.
took a
This is
small
awesome.
section of my hair because I was like, straight scissors cut straight. Maybe curly scissors cut curly. So I cut my hair
Makes sense to me.
in the back. Well, I was like, well, that's not enough hair, so maybe it just looks like that. So I took
Should
a
do more.
bigger section, and and I didn't. Yeah, it doesn't really work.
And so you made your hair look like scrapbook
Yeah, it was
edges.
Well, I really did think it was gonna be curly.
When was this?
Last year.
Last year. Oh, I thought it was like when you were a child. I was like,
yeah.
oh, how
I
we
was
grow out of this?
15.
She's like, it was last
Yeah,
week.
it was legit last year. She still has like the short piece of hair
Yeah,
underneath.
no.
So
When I
when
put
she
my
pulls
hair
her
in a
hair out,
ponytail,
she has
it's-
this little rat tail.
You're like a trendsetter. You never know. You know.
Yeah.
Like, who's that guy? I was just pulling it up here on the TMZ site, speaking of like crazy hair. Like that Takashi rapper guy, that 6ix9ine, he's going to go to jail or whatever. Like, you see his hair, and he's like got this rainbow-colored hair. And then like
colored teeth.
And then and then you see like other rappers started doing it. It's crazy the things that will catch on. So you never know. Your thing could have become a trend.
Let me know.
Like like rainbow.
You know what I wish would catch on? Common sense.
Common sense, Mike.
Just saying.
You know,
really have
Santa.
any of that.
All I want for Christmas, some common sense in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Or in my house.
But if
In my house.
if everyone
That's
has
a good
common
answer.
sense, then nothing's funny anymore.
Wow.
I like where your head's
That's
at,
true.
Soleil. This is
Like,
coming from the
nothing's
girl
funny.
who crafted her hair with curly scissors. But I like it. See? I like it. I like it. I like it. So, yeah, I mean, to me, look, I just want to have hair again. That's what I'm saying. So, we got the ladies here. This is a good question here. This is kind of, I guess it could be serious, but not so serious. So,
Like everything.
you had, right. You just never know. So you had this Michael Avenatti guy, this lawyer that was Stormy Daniels' lawyer.
Wow.
Speaking of people with no hair, and he was real big on the kind of the believe women thing, because of his clients, and I get that. But now he's being accused of all kinds of assault type stuff, domestic violence, and all that. And so it's amazing how things can turn like that. Someone's out there.
Defense.
Yeah, they get out there and they say all this stuff, and then someone turns around and goes, "Wait a minute, you kind of did this and you kind of did that." And like I have a daughter, I have a wife. I can be very, obviously I would believe them first before anything, and so, and it can be scary for women, right? I mean, you got a young daughter, you got to protect. So the other day, my wife, we have we rented a house to move my kids into. I say my kids, but they're all adults. To move my kids into while we're trying to get this house ready. My wife's over there visiting. She's out on the front porch because the dogs had got out. And she's out on the front porch, and this truck drives by, and this dude, like, stops and is honking at her and waving at her.
Oh, wow.
And she's, like, on the front porch, like,
what?
What the heck? And then then he goes. I guess the other cars are coming. Like, he literally stopped the street. So he goes, well, there's a train up there across. So he stopped up there. Well, in the meantime, the dogs got out of the yard and went in the street. So she runs out into the street and then notices, I guess the guy sees she's out in the street. He turns the truck around
comes back.
and starts coming back. Yes.
Is he doing cat calls?
And yes.
Cat calls.
And so he's coming back, and so she's freaking out because now she's out in the middle of the street, like by herself
with
the
the
dogs.
dogs.
This dude pulling up, and so she tells me after the fact. So she pulled her phone out, and or that right. She pulled her phone out, and she, what do you want? And started taking pictures.
Okay.
I got pictures of you. I got pictures of you. And like he took off.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That is scary.
I mean, that's scary because you never know what could have happened.
Right.
Plain devil's advocate.
Of course you are. Maybe he just wanted to say hi.
No, maybe he's going, "Hey, that's Lurleen, my friend." Bam, 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 bam. And then he was like, "Oh, she's out in the yard. Let me go talk to her."
Yeah, right.
And then she's like, "I got pictures." And then he's so scared with the way society is now. He's like, "Let me get out of here before I get shot." And it was totally innocent.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's why he turned around at the train. I think, Mike, if he hadn't have stopped and honked and waved at her first, trying to get her attention, like, "Hey, lady," maybe. Because I could see me, if I saw a woman out there and she's chasing dogs, like pulling up and going, "Hey, let me help you."
Yeah,
No, but I'm
right.
saying if he knew her.
But don't you think if he knew her, then she knew him?
And she would be like, "Oh, wait.
How often have you
Sometimes I
waved
don't
to
know
somebody
people.
you know?
He would
and
say
they're
her
like,
name.
I don't.
Maybe he'd say her name.
Sometimes people know me.
Scary, like I
No,
said.
But you know
if
what?
that's what it was, that is scary. But it could be the other thing as well.
Well, I have to say, as a woman, if that happens, the evidence with crimes against women, you can't take that chance.
Right.
No,
It doesn't matter if you think that you know them or not.
Yeah, you're right.
You
And it's a shame that you got to think that way, but you
the
do.
kids were home.
Or
not?
No.
Okay.
No, that's the thing. My mother-in-law was there. It was just her. And again, she's outside.
The mother-in-law's tough, dude. She'd be like,
She's tough.
Yeah.
She's 96
Technically-
years old. She's 96 years old, but she'll, Yeah, she'll.
Wait, this is at your house?
This is
or
at my
the house
now
you rented for the
second
kids?
house.
This is the rental house. Right?
So it's not in the middle of like nowhere.
No, this is
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that makes me feel better.
It's in South County.
Because like if he's driving in the middle of nowhere.
No, that's even
By your other house.
yeah. That's the thing I like about my house is that it's kind of farther out. It feels safe. The house is on the back of the property. You know, it's kind of 2-acre rectangular shape. So we're in the back, so anybody pulls it like we
know about it.
And it's funny. We're always like high alert anytime we see anybody pulling the driveway because we're just so used to not having anybody. Like it's like. There's some headlights. I'm already out there. Like, what do you want? Get off my property.
Let's
like,
go.
that's the mailman. Like, calm down.
You blow a hole in him. He's like, I'm from Sweepstakes.
You won $1 million.
So, yeah, that's why. Like during Halloween stuff, we get no trick or treaters.
Okay.
Like,
but you still buy candy, right?
Them kids, I don't. No, because they're not gonna come.
Well, I would buy it just to eat it.
No, I get that part. No, I buy it when it goes on clearance the day after. So, because I'm a real Mexican. So, not a pretend one like you, Heather. So yeah, no, we get no trick or treaters because those kids would be hiking for days just to get to 3 houses.
They burn off calories.
It's true. You little chubby kid.
Trick or treat?
Huh?
They're just not trick or treat. They come out their own door and they're
come out their own door.
Yeah,
Mom,
yeah.
trick or treat.
Right. Trick or treat at your own. Yeah, your own back.
We lived on 2 acres, and you just go to another neighborhood. We'd go
Yeah,
to
you
my
go to
grandma's
another neighborhood,
neighborhood.
No, we used to do when the kids were younger. We would drive into San Antonio and just we'd go to my sister's neighborhood.
Yeah.
And
Or the
just,
real ritzy
Yeah.
neighborhoods too.
Yeah. Right. They're throwing watches in your
Yeah.
bag. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So, no, like I said, that's the nice thing about being kind of out a little bit, and like I said, yeah, anybody come around, man. We're just like anybody drives slow out in the street, we're like, call the sheriff.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything. Yeah. And that's the one thing about moving in the city that I'm gonna be like, oh, because I go outside in my underwear and do stuff, yoga, all that.
Like they'll
Change the oil.
You do that in here.
Change the oil. No, I do that in here. You're right. You always bring that up, Mike.
You always bring it up. I wish someday I could go out outside.
I think
in
I
my
like being
underwear.
pantless way too much.
I do.
And like everybody's like that. My whole
if there
family.
was a lot to air out, I would understand.
Don't make me. Don't make me. So anyway, what were we talking about?
Talking about the lawyer.
So anyway, hey, would you guys like to try to do a little song together?
Well, let's see.
I think that would be kind of nice. We got about 5 minutes left. Here. Maybe give us a minute or so of.
If she can give me something, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, she can. She can. She's that good. Harmonica, Mike. Let me do a holiday song. I'm gonna make that song. Here we go, everybody. New song from Roman. You left me here. If I found the right key, that would be nice. Standing in the rain. You said you'd give me a ride. You lied again. Starting to think you're not into me. This isn't the way I want it to be. You blocked me on Facebook, but my friend is your friend, so I can still go look. Don't call me crazy. One day I'll make you love me, maybe. I don't want no other lady. I only want you. So I'll let you know by posting crazy memes on my wall. The story they say tells it all. Crazy cats, little chubby kids. Look at all this stuff that I did because I love you. You don't know how much love you. Just talk to me one time. I'll say the words to make you mine. Come back to me, baby. Come back to me. All right. Hey. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's our little stalker song, or those who post too much on Facebook. So,
Why are you looking at me?
right. Well, guys, thank you everybody for coming. This has been so fun. Awesome. And then, Katie, you do have the info on your singer-songwriter thing, right?
Yeah, it's just in Kerrville. I'm also doing the rodeo again in February.
Oh, yeah, congrats. That's a big deal.
Yes, the 18th, February 18th.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, it'll all be on my Facebook page, so.
So you can follow Katie, through Facebook, or your Katie McKenzie. Now, what's the actual website, actual address?
KatieMcKenzie.com.
Katie McKenzie,
Yeah.
and spell McKenzie so people get it right.
McKenzie.
.com.
Katie is like Katy Perry.
Katy. Yeah. So people can follow what you're doing. Yeah, Katie's incredible. Her music is great. We've done so much
Katie,
stuff.
my lady.
Katie, my lady. Okay, cute. And then Emily, are you on social media at all? So people keep up when you start doing it? Okay.
I also have a page for Making the Soul Generations.
Okay.
And my little story about how we actually did a battle of the bands against ZZ Top.
What?
When they were in high school, guys. They were three looking nerds.
See, you just never know.
And you just never knew.
You never know.
We had a battle. We were the top three. It was ZZ. It was a band called Joint Session, and it was Making the Soul Generation.
Let's tell that story on Facebook Live.
We battled that. Yeah, we battled that out.
Yeah.
It's on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
The whole story. The whole.
Okay.
The
And that Facebook page is named again.
It's called Making the Soul Generation.
Mickey and the Soul Generation. Okay, that's awesome. And ladies, welcome so much. And Soleil, you'll be kind of out at events and different things. And again, give us the Facebook page for the pageant thing, or
my title page is Pure International Pageants Teen Miss America. And then also, like I was saying about the homeless bags that I do.
Yes.
If you want to contact me through Messenger on the
people can donate.
Yes. You can totally tell me and hit me up with some socks or hand warmers.
Hit me up with some socks. I like that.
No panties and bras.
No panties and bras, right? Just socks. The homeless aren't trying to be all sexy. They're trying to be warm.
But
Trying to be
cold.
warm. Yeah, I know. So that's great. That's great that you do that. You do a lot.
Yeah.
I know you do a lot, and I know your mom is behind you 1,000% helping with this, giving you rides, whatever, on her motorcycle, whatever she does. So, all right, guys. Well, please share our page. Thank you for everybody listening and supporting. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Like I said, if you're listening to this on Saturday, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And everybody have a safe weekend. Don't drink and drive. We love you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Good stuff.
Did you know?
Heather and Soleil. Eliza says hi. It's from Audra.
Hi, Eliza. Did you know that apparently you...
Because I already feel like I need to rein it in.
Roman,
like I've already been overdoing it.
An overachiever. He's going for 12.
I'm going for 12 because I'm a winner. That's what winners do. So. All right, thank you Facebook Live for all that, hanging in there with us. And I know you wanted to try to do another song.
I don't know.
But
Can you stick around, Katie, or do you need to go?
Let me ask my mom. I don't know what she did about her appointment.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can I play your guitar while we're waiting? Hey, Facebook Live.
Her face said no.
Right, her face is like, don't touch my guitar.
Don't touch my baby.
It's from my latest CD called It Hurts So Much Inside. I love y'all are waiting for a song. There's not a song coming. I'm just kidding.
You were gonna make that?
I'm just kidding. I was, but I have a strap, and it makes me cry, just everything. So, do you want to do a song, Katie?
I can.
I don't feel obligated, but it would be nice because we're still on Facebook Live.
Do you want an emotional song or an empowering song?
How about empowering? I feel like I need some serious girl power going.
Okay. This is probably my favorite one out of all the songs that I've been working on in Nashville.
Oh, your mom wants to tape you. Hold
Alrighty.
Okay.
It's called Cowgirls Like Us. like someone left the gate wide open, running fast as freedom into the wind, like a wild Mustang that just could not be broken. I was bound for all the places I'd never been. Cowgirls like us gotta kick up dust. We need room to ride, something strong in our cups. We hate goodbyes, but Lord knows we just can't stay. Cowgirls like us know sunsets fade, our dreams in the saddles, our hands on the reins, and we never cry when the cowboy rides away. I'm my father's daughter and my mama's second chance. Nothing less than what they said I could be. Well, these boots of mine will always know where they stand. My knight in shining armor's gonna be me. Cowgirls like us gotta kick up dust. We need room to ride, something strong in our cups. We hate goodbyes, but Lord knows we just can't stay. Cowgirls like us know sunsets fade, our dreams in the saddle, our hands on the reins, and we never cry when the cowboy rides away. Cowgirls like us gotta kick up dust. We need room to ride, something strong in our cups. We hate goodbyes, but Lord knows we just can't stay. Cowgirls like us know sunsets fade, our dreams in the saddle, our hands on the reins, and we never cry when the cowboy rides away. No, the cowboys cry when we ride away. Cute.
That was great. Golly.
You're really good. It makes me feel
That is
like my
awesome.
life is
Katie is amazing.
No.
Katie is amazing. That's good. So I can't wait for your EP to come out.
Me neither.
That is
I'm
going to
really
be
excited.
awesome. Do you already have a name for it?
I think it's gonna be self-titled.
Okay, I like it. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you, Facebook Live. You got to enjoy the awesome Katie McKenzie. Be sure to follow her page and share it. You guys share her page too with your
yes.
friends. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. This is yeah.
Facebook friends.
New fans, new mega fans.
Friends.
All right. Awesome.
Oh, bye.
Thank you. I'm like, is that one off? I'm like, stop talking. Thank you, Facebook. All right.
Bye, Facebook.
Good stuff. That was awesome. That's a great song.